Between these iconic hedges, college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Georgia's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightening, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running the red zone, it's Maffa. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
It settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Georgia going up tempo. Looking for a man. It's back. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time it's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And once again, you see how valuable the tough little slot receivers are on fourth down.
You isolate those guys, get the matchup you want, and now go win. Nice job by this offense, getting the matchup on fourth down, and the QB seeing it, throw.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The biggest is to their face.
You know him well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players minds.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier fourth down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lovett. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Haynes. Dances away from one. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Beck. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Etienne. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Back to pass, it's Beck. He's moving out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in cover. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Fair catch, called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's dealt. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, just got enough of the football there by the defender breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Trying to get to it. Makes the grab. It's Lovett. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield. It's back. It's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive.
Oh, he wants it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to the big tight end. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might still.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the ball is intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll run off. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's back. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know,